Okay, hi, it's Chaz from Grays and Gains. I want to make this video right now to show and explain a little bit about what we call offsetting for grasses. In our pasture-based system, almost all of the grass is going to be growing in the springtime, and so a lot of guys will end up having issues having too much grass too early on in the season and not enough grass to extend. So this is for extending and your grazing season and also getting in or offsetting. So my theory is that we're in the pasture right now, and there's a great mixture of clovers and grasses, but it's very, very short and very, very generally during the different times of the year, I would not graze something this low. But because I want to offset this grass, I've made my paddock much bigger than I generally would. And this is the first day the cows are going out. So literally, they have not been out since last fall. And what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and hit this for about 4 to 5 hours, depending on the ability of how much they can actually eat and how much they graze. So the ability, or what I like to call the S rule, every blade of grass needs to be eaten on, slept on, shit on, or stepped on. In this case, it's springtime and we're going to offset the grass. We're going to be much nicer to the grass than we generally would, but we are stunting it at a lower stage to make sure that we can extend our season throughout the year. So as you can see now, it's very low, probably 4 to 6 inches, maybe 8 inches at the highest, at the best point. But to offset grasses, we're going to come in here with the herd for the first day. They're going to act like crazy children because they haven't been out. They'll dance like crazy and hopefully just graze this enough to offset it to extend our growing season. Come on, come on. See, they're already started. Here we go. The princesses are going out. Was actually too big, and it's hard to see from the video, but what I'm looking at is that I'm not looking at a very evenly mowed area. So the cows have basically, the area is too large, and now you can see that there's some spots within the field that are chewed down to very, very small compared to like some clovers left, some grasses are left, and you can usually tell that it's too large when you have patches of grass that isn't eaten. And even though we're offsetting grasses right now with the rains that we've had, I was a little bit worried that we were going to have some damage to the field. But we've had 17 inches of rain just in April, and there's literally no hoof damage on our higher ground. So that is why we have decided to come out starting to graze on the 19th of April, because what I will do now is this is going to be offset. It was too early to graze, which we knew, but now this grass will not grow at the same time as everything else. And I always refer back to, like, if we wait another 2 weeks, our entire pastures will all be ready at once, where that is having an abundance of feed that comes into too mature without grazing properly, without offsetting. All your grasses are going to come in at once. You're going to have a really bad grazing season in the first beginning, or you're going to have to cut it and make baleage or dry hay. So for us, we come out, this will be about 10 days. It will give us a head start, and this grass is now offset or stunted to be at a different growing time season than the rest of it. So what we did now is the next field, we're grazing again for 4 to 6 hours. We tightened it up quite a bit. And so our goal for the next paddock is to have that as a clean, even mow, anywhere between 2 to 3 inch residual, and that will offset our grasses.